Yes. Back again. The gang of four. The four basemen of the apocalypse.
Ooh, I like it.
That's some real entertainment there. You call me gang of four. Thank you, Michael.
I knew that you would like that.
I'm starting the deep cuts already for you.
How many people out there know gang of four? Put it in the chat. How many people are not?
If Ed's out there, he does. If Steve's out there, he does. There's two people who might be watching who know what I'm talking about.
I hope so. We got a lot of people in the comments loving it. Thank you, everyone, for joining us.
Oh, we're ready. We're ready to party.
Party is just beginning. It is December, but there's craft beer and baseball all year long. And we are glad to be here once again. Let's start out from the top. What do you say? Michael here from the Beer Baseball blog, The Adventures of Craft Beer and Baseball. This is the Beer Baseball Blogcast, episode 85. We've gone 85 straight weeks. And no stopping us. We're going like a freight train, right?
Can't
freight
stop,
train.
won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop.
I was known to run a few freight trains in my life.
That's true. Wherever you are watching us live today, please give us a like and a comment. Let us know that you're out there. It definitely helps the channel when you subscribe, turn on notifications, tell a friend. We really appreciate it. So some housekeeping before we start. Let's shout out our Patreon supporters. Thank you to Cowboy Jack Durango. Looking stylish as always. Thank you for being on the power hitter level. Thank you to Rachel Elnar for also being on the power hitter level. Thank you so much, Rachel. Thank you to Scott Lost for being on the cleanup hitter level. You can check out his comics and merchandise at accidentalaliens.com. And thank you to If Sports Cards, Ian and Nikki out there for being on the leadoff hitter level. You can check out their YouTube channel of sports card breaks, pack openings, and mail days at If Sports Cards. If you'd like to become a supporter of the Beer Baseball blog and all of our efforts here, go to patreon.com/beer baseball. You can also support us by buying stickers, buttons, and beer coasters on our Etsy page. Search Beer Baseball on Etsy. Here's a lineup card for today. Batting leadoff is the VP of Content Development here at the Beer Baseball blog, Angelo Trinidad. Welcome.
I lead off not because of my speed, because of my on-base percentage.
There you go. Exactly. That's
a la Roger Dorn. Leaning in and taking that pitch.
That's right. And also from Moneyball, where they say he gets on base.
That's true.
That's why you're on the team. You get on base. Next, he's the Goodwill Ambassador and Sultan of Swig here at the Beer Baseball blog, Cowboy Jack Durango.
Well, I saw the surprise and the fear in his eyes when I took his glass of IPA and I toasted you, said, honey, we may be through, but you'll never hear me complain, 'cause I got friends on Tuesday nights where the baseball drowns and the beer chases my blues away. Woo! Cowboy Jack's on one tonight, boys.
Wow.
And there you have
Shout
it. That's
out
our
to
show
Rocket.
for tonight. Thank you for tuning in. We can't go on after that.
Oh, that's the credits should be rolling up right now. I mean, what are we doing?
Next week, could I be second in the lineup and Jack be third, please? Because Babe Ruth was number 3. Why Michael Mondragon?
Oh, because he was third in the lineup.
That's right. And that's why our Sultan of Swig, I think, should be batting third.
I agree with that. I will definitely make that change next week. And I will tell you about next week.
I'm just trying to divert attention because I can't follow that.
Okay. Well, in any event, you're going to have to follow him. But I want to talk about next week after I do this. Okay. He's the field correspondent and senior research analyst here at the Beer Baseball blog, Kevin Lyon.
Hey, I'm here.
That's
Somehow,
right.
I'm here. I've got on the roads. I'm like, where is everybody? They all must have been coming home to watch the show live tonight. Thank you to everyone on the 5 freeway who is watching this show live with us tonight.
We're very popular on the 5 freeway.
Don't talk about the 5 freeway.
Oh, it is. Yeah. Yeah, any freeway we don't talk very favorably.
Oh, that is the bane of my existence, sir.
Yes. I am Michael Mondragon, your humble host, founder and owner of the Beer Baseball Blog. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's check out the comments real quick. There's a lot of people out there. In fact, my brother is out there. Hello. Thank you for joining. Bubble Pug, as always, early. She's always right on point. Love it. Yeah, still here. Thanks for the notification. Oh, good. Thank you.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yes, Bubble Pug, Ed Brown, Mr. Excitement. Love it so much. David, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Yes, Gang of Four. There he is. Love Gang of Four.
I knew he was
December to remember, or if you're wrestling, to dismember, which too many wrestling promotions have used that. And Ian and Nikki from If Sports Cards. Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate everyone in the chat. We have another great show for you, as always. I know because I wrote
it.
That's your show.
I've seen it. I spoiler alert, it's great. No, I be honest. Nobody knows the show, so like I come with it, and I say I want these guys on. I want your honest and feedback. I want your knowledge. I want your enthusiasm, and you guys bring it every week. So I'm very happy about that.
Hashtag humble brag.
Yes, well, I mean, if I don't wave my flag, who will, right? All right.
I'm sure Jack will wave whatever flag you're willing to put out for him. Don't worry.
Yes. Cowboy Jack often lets his freak flag fly, right?
Yeah.
I never put my freak flag away, brother.
It never sees any draw time.
Not at all. It never sees the nighttime, baby. It's always seeing daylight.
It sees a lot of drawers, but not a lot of drawer time.
There you go. Oh, we could do this all night, couldn't we? Right?
Yeah,
absolutely. And we're
Jack
going
can,
to.
I'm sure.
All right,
Jack's
so let's
ready.
get to it. What are we drinking tonight? Cowboy Jack Durango, I'm going to start out with you. Let's do it.
Now, this is where I got to get serious.
Uh-oh.
I was running through the store. I was a little bit behind, and I needed a beer for the show. I saw this on the shelf. I grabbed it. Hop Valley. It's got cryo hops, which we've been talking about the last couple of weeks. I thought, man, this is going to be a home run. So I grab it. I throw it in the cart, get home, look it up on Google, and gosh darn it, if these guys didn't pull the wools over my eyes, this is not an independent craft beer. Hop Valley from Eugene, Oregon, owned by Coors.
Yes.
Oh.
So what I'm drinking tonight is a Cryostash Imperial IPA. It is Simcoe Cryo hops produce a perfectly smooth Imperial IPA bursting with tropical flavor and citrus aroma. Now, I can honestly tell you that I let the knowledge that this is owned by Coors sway my decision on whether I like this beer or not.
Oh, interesting.
It does not have the kick that I was looking for.
Oh, wow. That was when you tell me it's going to be good beer,
Nah, this is I don't want to throw shade anywhere, but it doesn't have a lot of tropical flavor. It just it really just tastes like a generic IPA.
Okay.
So I don't it's 8.7.
Drink about 3 more cases and we'll see how you feel about it. All right.
Right. It's 8.7 ABV,
That's
40
good.
IBU. So, I mean, it's a solid beer. I'm not feeling any pain, but next time I'm looking for that independent label.
But that was an interesting one because I never heard of this place until I saw Hop Valley at Angel Stadium. And I'm like, who's Hop Valley? I never heard of this before. And then I hashtag do the research and I'm like, oh, and I couldn't remember who it was. I forgot it was Coors. I was thinking it was another company. I'm like, oh, this is a Coors. Because this is what happened. Like St. Archer's another one. St. Archer is one that got bought by Coors as well. Yeah, that's something that these guys have been doing. That, they're looking to get more product. And the craft beer market is I don't know. I mean, it's definitely increased over the last 5-10 years. So it's like, hey, you know what? If you have a small fledgling company, you have Coors Company and say, hey, we'll buy you for $15 million or whatever. You're like, yes. You know?
Right.
Yeah, no,
big
sell
one
your
was-
sell your soul to the man, dude. I get it. But
Dallas
I
Point's the
can,
big one.
yeah, absolutely. No, I can
$1 billion
honestly
big
say
one?
that I can honestly say that there's a marked difference between an Imperial IPA that I grab with the independent label to this one.
All right.
And it might just be psychosomatic, and I might be overthinking it, but this tastes like a mass-produced beer.
Well, yeah,
I was gonna say, because it's mass produced. That's what I was thinking. That could be the only difference. I mean, I could totally be in my head, knowing how I am, like, this is Coors. You know, I'm like, no, it's not Coors.
Right.
It's these guys still make it themselves. Just Coors owns it and distributes it. I'm sure this still gets made in Eugene, probably Eugene or Salem. Where'd you say it was?
Eugene, Oregon. Yes, sir.
What stage at?
Eugene,
okay.
Oregon. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
yeah, the
Home of the Eugene Emeralds, by the way.
That's right. That's right.
serves
And
baseball in
there's
that.
a lot of beer. There's a lot of beers like this. So, I mean, I'm not gonna say that all macro beer is bad. We're not here to say that. Like, I mean, I love Lagunitas. Some of the Golden Road is another, one that's still great. Four Peaks is another one that's super great. Goose Island is another example of one. Yeah, so they all came from independent breweries, but they're now mass produced. So, we might look down on, but I think it may seem like we're looking down on them. But what we're more trying to say is we want to support the little guys. I mean, that's why we support like minor league baseball, independent baseball. Coors is fine; they're going to survive. Budweiser's going to survive.
Right, they'll be fine.
And they also do it with Japanese beers too, and Mexican beers. So like some of the other beers that you see are like in restaurants and stuff like that. They're put out by Budweiser, Coors, InBev, stuff like that. So it's like, I mean, we can dive deep into this, but again, we're not trying to say macro beers are bad. We're just trying to support craft beers, but I'm really glad that you made this distinction, Jack. And I'm a little sad that it swayed you in your taste profile, but wasn't our intention, but you probably will now that you have more craft beer. And we talk about the other ones that we're going to talk about tonight. In fact, we have a friend, a mutual friend that said to us, like, we're really spoiled here in Los Angeles for sure, because there are a lot of great craft breweries. And Kevin has one that was like one of my first independent craft beer loves. It blew my mind. So I can't wait. And also Angelo has one too that when I first started going down to San Diego. So let's get to Angelo. I love this brewery, so definitely interested to hear more about this one.
All right, so tonight I'll be drinking a Super Sunset IPA from AleSmith Brewing Company out of San Diego. So you guys might remember AleSmith in its popularity here on the show, particularly because of the 394 IPA honoring Tony Gwynn's 394 season. But this one is a Super Sunset IPA. It's described as this. There are many ways to enjoy this Super Sunset, whether you're pairing it with a walk on the beach or a summit view during a hike. This glorious West Coast style IPA features a medley of mixed berry notes and brilliant aromas of citrus and mango. So this is my first time trying it on air. So I can definitely smell the citrus aroma, and let's see how it goes down the hatch. Yeah, that's good. The citrus flavor is definitely prevalent. Can't really taste the mixed berry really. Definitely this one has I think this one is has some Mosaic and Simcoe hops, also Chinook hops as well. I can definitely taste the Simcoe and the Mosaic in here, but yeah, this is a good one, guys.
Yeah, if I saw this, I'd immediately pick it up because I trust AleSmith is a great brewery, but and I'll try any IPA, but this one looks great. All the hops are look great. Again, 6.8, right in my wheelhouse. Did it say an IBU on there, or did it
No,
not?
yeah, no IBU listed, but 6.8 ABV. Yeah.
This
Cool.
is the trade. This is the Ale Smith. This is one of the Ale Smiths at Trader Joe's right now.
Correct.
Because I remember I got a can of that too about a couple weeks ago. I was like, oh yeah. That's
Oh,
good stuff.
sweet. Yeah, definitely. So great one right there. And you had this one on the one of your breaks.
On beer and break. Yep, I sure did.
Right on, right on. Thank you so much for that, Kevin. I'm so jealous of this one. Like, it's insane. Like, it's absolutely insane.
Well, I got to ask when you get to my slide, did you get to try this one?
No, I haven't been to Monkish in like maybe 3 or 4 years.
Okay. Yeah, so Monkish Brewing is originally out of Torrance, California, which is I'd say about 25 minutes south or so of LA, depending on how traffic is. And a few months ago, I learned that they were going to be opening a location in Anaheim, and I've seen nothing. If we walked by, I would just say, Michael, sorry, there's nothing going on.
Yeah.
And then about a month or so ago, I walked by and I saw the floor was covered with like plastic sheet and those taped down. I'm like, okay, but there's still no signs, no nothing. I'm walking the neighborhood on Sunday and I see people there and I'm like, what is happening? And even on their social media, there's nothing. And I walk up and I'm like, you guys are open? Like, yeah, it's our soft opening. And I'm like, all right,
Awesome.
what alley have you open? And they said 6. And I already promised a couple of friends I'd go to Radiant first. So I went to Radiant, had a couple beers, and I came back here. So Monkish Brewing just opened up their Anaheim location. They went Friday through Sunday. And I didn't know what to have on from cans. So I picked this one. Try it. It's great. It's a double dry hopped, double IPA. Clocking at 8.2%. Oh, drink freshly, it says here. And it's and I like the name too, Doctormentary. And it's collaboration with them and a brewery called The Vale, who I've never heard of, and I just hashtagged the research. They're actually based out of Richmond, Virginia. So it's really interesting. I'm wondering how in the world a brewery from Torrance, California would come in a collaboration with Richmond, Virginia. And like I said, it has all the New Zealand hops, Nelson Sauvin, Riwaka, Motueka, Macau, and one that a rare one that's the tropical seal is boosting Phantasm. Phantasm hops. It's like a powdery kind of hops that has, I think, a taste of like, I want to say a Sauvignon Blanc, but wine in kind of like a little wine
right
to it.
on. Oh my god.
And no IBU, but I imagine this is a pretty good solid IPU because I'm like, woo, I'm gonna be feeling good from this one. It's good stuff.
So
this is definitely a Michael Mondragon beer.
Yes.
So before we move on, if I could ask you a question, when you have 2 breweries that are collaborating on a beer, are we taking 2 brewmasters and putting them together and just saying, hey, come up with something?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
usually, yeah, and then one of the 2 will host it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
Guys will
the
get together, and I think they'll probably already figure out what they're going to do ahead of time. Then they meet up. And it seems like whatever the process is, I'll just see a photo of them all together. I'm like, okay, it takes one day to get everything put together, and just the process of whatever home brewery is brewing it to do the actual brewing process, because it still takes up weeks to get everything done once you get it going. You know what I mean?
So now is the Vale in Richmond, what is it, South Dakota? Richmond, South Dakota. Are they?
No, Richmond, Virginia. Even
Thing.
crazier, Richmond, Virginia. So even like way further out.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I've never heard of them.
Right. Now, are they selling the documentary as well, or is this only sold at Monkish?
I would have to do the research and look into that, because like I said, I've never heard of the Vale until now. It's possible. There's some things I've seen both places selling. There's other collaborations that I would hear about where one spot has it and the other doesn't, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah, and
the only example I can give locally was Pizza Port, who we've had on the show before, and Radiant we've had on the show before. They did 2 distinct beers, one at Radiant, one at Pizza Port, but you can only get the Radiant at Radiant, and you can only get the Pizza Port at Pizza Port locations. So it might have something to do with where it's made. And I'm assuming because it's here, it's made here. Because it'd probably be illegal to, I don't know. You can't really send beer from state to state unless maybe.
No, but if you have 2 breweries and you have a process and you have a
yeah, they might make the same beer. I don't know on
Right.
that. I'm curious about that myself, because I was like, oh, this makes me more curious about this place called the Vale, because I would never have known about them otherwise.
Yeah, and Monkish again. Monkish was the first brewery that like like blew my mind. Like I'm just like, oh my God, like this is what beer can be, and is great. It's also one of the first beers that I remember they were coming out with releases, and they would sell out, and you had to buy like tickets to get in line to buy their beers, and everything would like sell out. It was like the first time I ever heard of that.
And stuff. And I look at their menu, I was like, oh my gosh. So it was like, it's definitely for like a beer lover because they had a lot of like double IPAs, triple IPAs, and I'm like, woo! Like this, I asked, what's the exclusive stuff you have here? And it was a couple saisons, and I'm like, and that's definitely not my favorite style, but I'm like, okay, I'll still try it, you know. And they're like, oh, yeah, saisons are good, you know.
Yeah, I said that Kevin now lives in a Bermuda Triangle of breweries around his house. Like, yeah, exactly.
My liver loves me and hates me at the same time.
Yeah, it's crazy
because I have. And you said triangle, I actually get. It'd be it's even four shaped. It'd be the worst shaped rectangle or square ever because a block away from Monkish is Unsung Brewing, which I'm sure I've had something for them on the show before. And you go one more block down, and the Modern Times Anaheim location is right there. It's like, oh my goodness.
Gosh. Oh God.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of Modern Times,
like a mile and a half from my house.
Speaking of Modern Times, my beer tonight is the Fractal Realm Double IPA from Modern Times Beer. It is a double Imperial New England Hazy IPA, 8% ABV, no IBU listed. It's listed as we stuff this hazy double IPA with Idaho 7, Citra, and Cashmere hops, yielding a tropical vortex of passion fruit and papaya, accented with big notes of grapefruit and lemon lime citrus. Again, we are spoiled in the West Coast for craft beer, and I'm looking forward to doing some more exploring. But you have to really, in fact, we've had some breweries that we actually, I won't say don't like, we're not as enthusiastic about, just only because there's the bar is set so high here. It's crazy. This is no different. This beer is so good. It again 8% ABV. So I may it's going to slow me down a little bit, but what a way to go, right?
And Michael Mondragon, you see where it says where it was brewed on that can.
That's right, in Anaheim, California.
Yeah,
right
California, the location I just mentioned. So there you go. That might be one for me to look out for. Because I've only been in there to do a couple pickups. I've not gone in there to like sit down, relax, have a couple beers, and
they opened in the middle of COVID. That's why.
Yes, they did. And they have a vegan restaurant and a pool, which I don't know if
it's a pool. Is the pool even available?
It was, but I'm sure today it wasn't because we had a lot of rain. But yeah, a lot of rain for us Californians because we're wimps, you know.
Exactly. Yeah, it's raining here a lot right now, and we're all cold and miserable. Yeah, wow. All right, so let's get to it. This is this day in baseball history for December 14th. Yes, there's baseball history even in December. So let's get to it. December 14th, 1948, the Senators trade pitcher Early Wynn and first baseman Mickey Vernon to the Indians for first baseman Eddie Robinson and pitcher Joe Hain and Eddie Kleinman. Wynn will be a 4-time 20-game winner during his 10 years with the Indians. Yeah, I think the Indians got the better part of that deal. Can you imagine 20 games? I mean, who is Modern Times would be able to, like, what, Max Scherzer or Verlander or not even like Clayton Kershaw? You know, that's pretty amazing. That's an amazing stat.
It is. It's nuts.
December 14th, 1948, the Phillies have a busy day when the team purchases Ken Trinkle from the Giants and trades pitchers Walter Dubiel, Dutch Leonard to the Cubs for first baseman Eddie Waitkes and pitcher Hank Borowy. Now, I'm going to throw this question to the panel here. Can anybody remember who Eddie Waitkes was?
You know what? Eddie Waitkes?
Yes. So
in the early days of Hugo Boss, Eddie Waitkes was their primary model. He had a really solid frame, and he looked like he looked like a hanger, you know. I mean, he had a great body, and so Eddie Waitkes was a male model for suits. in 1964.
Wow.
I need a buzzer sound
so
effect.
he's a model 16 years after this when he's in his 30s. That's really interesting.
Yes. Yes.
Don't question the weight
I'm
kiss,
just saying,
brother.
I'm just saying that's
Don't,
interesting.
hey, why are
I'm
you
not
questioning
it. I just
don't
said,
question the weight kiss.
I'm just saying that's the interesting age to become a male model. I mean, maybe he went to the Handsome Boy Modeling School, Michael.
Oh, he might have. He might have. Angelo, any guess? Eddie Waikus.
You know what? I'm gonna go with my boy Cowboy Jack. I mean, known mainstay model for Hugo Boss in his early days.
Right.
I mean, look at those ears. Those ears just,
Yeah.
Are we talking about Ken Trinkle or I was kidding, both guys?
Yeah, exactly. Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Marvelous ears for baseball.
Well, we've actually talked about him and his situation on the show before.
I was trying to give a little clue here, but it didn't
Ruth
work out
Ann
there.
Steinhagen, a female fan obsessed with the former Cub infielder, is distraught by this trade in particular, and will try to kill him upon the return to Chicago to Philadelphia. This will be the partial inspiration for the Natural movie with Robert Redford in 1984.
Huh.
There you go.
So she was mad that he was leaving or coming to the team.
And he got traded.
But was she sad to see him go?
Yes. So when he came back, she shot him.
That makes sense, right, Jack? Much like
I've been in this situation a few times, boys. Yeah. No, listen. When you try to take greatness away from somebody, man, it hurts them, And I have been shot 4 times by women because. Well,
the modeling game it's a tough game.
Yeah,
and even back then it was very rough. It's rough and tumble to say the least.
Yeah, see, that's why he got his modeling gig with Hugo Boss to begin with,
right?
Because they were so inspired by his ability to survive such an incident.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
For as handsome as he became,
Today, this would be seen as a social media stunt.
Right.
Okay, I'm good.
Which listen, I've been shot multiple times by women. It's never a social media stunt, okay?
It appears to be one.
No, I'm not clout chasing. I'm getting shot by a gun, okay? Have some sympathy.
And further look at this photograph, is he actually conscious and the gentleman next to him is holding his arm up?
I know. It's so funny that you say that because I thought the exact same thing. I'm just like, wow.
He's like glancing like, you're supposed to be awake and act like you're fine. You're fine. He's giving that look like you're fine.
Look at that doctor. Look at that doctor and tell me that he hasn't committed some malpractice in his day.
Yeah.
That is an angry, dark man.
By the way, you're assuming
the nurse is the exact opposite. She's just like, look at me.
By the way, you're assuming that's a doctor. It might be just
because every time I've been in the hospital, my doctor's coming in a suit and a tie. That's definitely happened to me every time.
This was the 50s, though. This is like they had class. They're not coming in with scrubs and gloves on. They wore a suit and tie. They knew how to dress.
Awesome.
How you doing?
Awesome. December 14th, 1977, the Red Sox trade Fergie Jenkins, a future Hall of Famer, to the Rangers for 23-year-old pitcher named John Poloni, who will never play in another big league game. Great trade, by the way. In his second stint as a starter for both the Rangers and later the Cubs, the Canadian right-hander will post a 69-56 record with a 3.71 ERA during his remaining 6 years of his career. An amazing pitcher and a Canadian and a celebrated Canadian, by the way. We talked about him on the show as well.
And I believe his birthday was sometime last year or two.
Oh yeah,
it was celebrating Fergie's birthday. So I think it might have been yesterday.
Right. If you follow his social media, I think it's on Twitter. He has a lot of contests where he signs a lot of cards, and you can actually win cards. So he's very active on social media.
Dude, that was fun. I was like, I can call Fergie Jenkins. All right.
Yeah, I pulled the Fergie Jenkins in a recent opening, I believe.
Oh,
I believe in the In one of the Panini, most recent Panini openings, I pulled a Fergie Jenkins and a Vita Blue.
Oh, right. Oh, right on.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Right.
Jackie, you had a question?
I absolutely, man, I just got to call attention again to the pictures that you find for this show. Look at that shoulder. Look at that release. Like, that dude is putting every ounce of energy into that pitch. And it looks like his shoulder is dislocated. That is an amazing picture. Like, that is peak performance. That is somebody just putting every ounce of energy that they have, and it's captured on film. And that's beautiful, man.
Let's say thank you to Mr. Kuntz. All right, because Kuntz. Kuntz. Mr. Kuntz, DJ, good job in this photo. Yeah, because I'm just going, is this jersey just not that tight? Because it looks like it's like one of those things where it's like, is he stuffing something in his jersey? Like, is he trying to grow boobs? I mean, what's he trying to do there?
Oh, we have a very funny uniform coming up in a later slide. So I like that you bring up the attention to detail with the uniform.
I just see a bowl sticking out of that. Oh, I'm like, it's just air, or what happened? Or what happened?
David Justice.
December 14th, 2001. The A's needing to fill the void of a left-handed power hitter created by Jason Giambi's departure to the Yankees, trade southpaw reliever Mark Guthrie and minor league right-hander Tyler Yates to the Mets for David Justice. The Mets had just acquired the designated hitter a week ago in a deal that sent a third baseman Robin Ventura to the Yankees. We talked about this last week. He didn't even. I was thinking, like, David Justice did not play for the Mets, and he played for the Oakland after that. I completely had forgotten that. So 20 years ago today, this happened.
Wasn't David Justice like a kind of a major focal point at the kickoff of the movie Moneyball?
Yeah, and then that's why I was going to bring that up. Michael just brought up Moneyball, and David Justice is a part of that. And also, we talked about Jason Giambi, that he gets on base. Yep. That's why they went after Jeremy Giambi in free agency.
That's right. Nicely done. Yeah, that was that's awesome that you guys recognize that. And I had forgotten that Dave Justice played for the A's, because I don't think he was there very long.
I had no clue. And hey, you know what? Angelo Japper here for anything in this millennium, anything that last millennium is for Michael and I.
Yes. Yes, for sure.
Because I've been alive for 2 millenniums. So who knows? I can remember. I'm hazy on modern details.
Yeah, we'll give you a break. The millenniums kind of blend together at this point, right?
Yeah, they do.
Such a great film, though. Such a great film.
Great. No, Moneyball was amazing, man. Amazing.
Yes, he was married to Halle Berry. There you go. Nicely done.
Yep. Oh yeah.
There you go. Do the research.
Hashtag do the research.
December 14th, 2007, the Cardinals agree in principle to a deal that sends 37-year-old Jim Edmonds and approximately $1 million in cash to the Padres in exchange for minor leaguer prospect David Freese.
Wow.
After talks early in the day broke off with Mike Cameron, a free agent who played center field for San Diego last season, the team accelerated their search to find a replacement. A lot of people don't remember that he played with the Padres. He actually played with the Reds with the Cubs and then the Reds after this as well. So,
Michael, I'm sorry, I gotta do this. How much you say it was? How much money did you say it was?
$1 million.
Thank you. See, again, that's about 1999, I think. See, I 2000. I'm like, I don't know what's happening here.
This would have been in that realm. I didn't put the pinky up to the lip.
Thank you for doing that.
So I'm wearing the Lake Elsinore Storm because David Freese played on the Lake Elsinore Storm, which I actually wasn't aware of as well. I didn't realize that he got this far because he was a Padres prospect. So,
that's right.
But this as a Cardinal fan, I know the pain of the Padres doing deals with the Cardinals. So they did this deal, and obviously David Freese in 2011 was, had one of their most iconic hits of all time in Game 6 of the 2011 World Series. But they also did this deal. Gary Templeton for Ozzie Smith. This was a 6-player deal. And
I'm sorry, that photo's amazing.
I know,
Michael,
it's so good.
Michael, that photo of Gary is just bravo.
I had to use this one. It was too good.
I've never seen that photo. That's fantastic. Thank you.
So good. By the way, this I forgot about this complete trade. It was actually a 6-player deal. The Padres traded defensive wizard Ozzie Smith, Al Olmsted, and Steve Mura to the Cardinals for Gary Templeton, Sixto Lezcano, and Luis de Leon. Yes, I love that. Sixto
I
Lezcano.
love Big Sixto Lezcano.
One of the great names of baseball. There's a Sixto Sanchez in baseball.
There is.
Marlins right now, right? But now there's one deal that I'll be surprised if anybody even knows that this happened. On June 13th, 1997, Fernando Mania came to St. Louis. On the same day, the Chicago Bulls won their 5th NBA championship in 7 years. The Cardinals and Padres agreed to a trade that brought former Cy Young Award winner Fernando Valenzuela, infielder Scott Livingstone, and outfielder Phil Plantier to St. Louis for Danny Jackson, Mark Sweeney, and Rich Batchelor.
Wait, Danny Jackson? Danny Jackson don't make me laugh as much as Fernando. I'm like, those guys. So this is, what year did you say this was? 97?
97.
So this is 16 years after Fernando Mania, and it shows.
Yes.
Looking at him there.
Dude, we can all agree that Fernando Valenzuela was one of the Villano brothers, right?
Oh, 100%.
Like, brother threw on a lucha mask and did some Hunan Canranas, dude. Come on.
Kayfabe, brother.
100%. 100%. You would only get that information here at the Beer Baseball Blogcast.
Hey, you mentioned Lake Elso, so I gotta give a big shout out to former Hot PR guest Alan out there in the chat.
Nice.
Because that's the big hurt. Sorry, kayfabe.
Oh, yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't see it in the comment.
No, I really love that you just announced it to the entire world and then said kayfabe. Good job, Taro.
Well, we're all
what
friends.
am I talking about?
Because we're all here together, I guess it would be kayfabe to anybody outside of this.
Right. It's the trust tree. It's the trust tree. Right.
We're in a safe, Jack. We're in a safe space. Don't worry.
Yes. This chat is a cavalcade of stars. 100%.
I just hope Charles shows up.
Dude,
that's all I'm waiting for. Give me some Charo.
The real question is, back to the Villano point. Has anyone out there, or between the four of us, ever seen Fernando Valenzuela and one of the Villano brothers in the same room?
No.
Wait.
No,
I haven't.
I thought you were saying yes.
I was like, if Jack says yes, I want to hear that story. Come on, Jack. Don't let the truth get in the way of a good story.
I thought we were going to ask if we've ever been in the room with Fernando Valenzuela or a Villano. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I'm sure you've been in the room with one of those two. Yes.
No, I did a couple shows with one of the Villano brothers, and I swear to God, that was him right there.
100%.
My shirt got ripped, and he gave me it was like a Tasmanian devil shirt. It was one of the greatest days in professional wrestling. It was like a sleeveless Tasmanian devil shirt.
Sounds perfect for the time period.
Right.
Taro and Charo. That's a tag team that we missed, right?
I wish.
So real quick, man, out in the chat, my son Cash is out in the chat.
Yes.
I just wanted to say hi, Cash. I love you. Thanks for watching, buddy.
There you go. All right. I love it.
He can't be the one writing because I don't think he knows what Dexter is. I just saw he's like Dexter, and I'm like,
hey.
Wait a minute here.
We let our kid watch Dexter. It's fine. Don't judge.
Oh, Dexter's Laboratory. I see.
No,
I'm sorry.
No, Dexter. Yeah.
December 14th, 2007, David Eckstein and the Blue Jays finalized a 1-year deal for $4.5 million, which brings the short-statured shortstop north of the border. Did anybody know that David Eckstein played for the Blue Jays?
I know.
You know what?
$4.5 million.
I did know this, but I didn't want to flex my encyclopedic baseball knowledge. So, but yeah, no, I mean, I knew. No big deal. No big deal.
The 32-year-old all-star infielder's leadership and attitude played an important role in his previous two teams, the Angels and the Cardinals, in winning the World Series in 2002 and 2006, respectively. They did not say in this that he was actually the MVP of the World Series in 2006. One of my favorite players of all time. And look how he is swimming in that uniform.
Swimming in that uniform.
Oh, yeah.
Swimming.
Yeah.
Did they get the
look
size
how much
wrong?
he's choked up on the bat too. I mean, whoa, he's
I love the choking up on the bat. It's hilarious.
Even the helmet is too big. It doesn't fit him.
I remember it was 2005. I had gone to Houston to see the National League Championship Series, Cardinals and Astros, and we're sitting at like the very top, which is fine. But there's a lot of passionate fans up there. Let's just say this in Texas in general. We'll just say, and every time the ball was hit to shortstop and David Eckstein, I mean, it looked like a little leaguer out there, and he was just like, he would, the guy in front of me he's going, God, he's got the weakest arm in the league. I can't believe he's even a major leaguer. And it wasn't like he was throwing it and the guy was safe. The guy was out every single time. Yes, it would be a close play. He didn't have the strongest arm, but I'm like, kudos to this guy. Like, he was an amazing, amazing player. And he was not a huge guy. He was super awesome. And he was one of those players that like you could get behind. I remember seeing him at Dodger Stadium one time. He fouled a ball off his knee. And I thought he was going to come out of the game. It was like the first inning. And later in the at-bat, he homered. And I'm just like, this guy's like awesome. I love him so much. He's like a little guy you love to root for. Did you guys like him? Obviously on the Angels, he was probably
Of course.
great.
Come on.
Yeah.
Course. No,
Super
there's a figure in there.
Well, when he stepped down to the minor league team, the Angels, I mean, he did really well.
No, I'm sorry. No, this is before they got demoted, Jack. This is actually when they won the World Series.
Oh, okay. Nice.
They won the World Series 2002. They got demoted later. I don't know what year it was, but they got demoted later. Whenever they became the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim is when they got demoted in my eyes.
Yes. Oh, wow. Some Blue Jays hate. Wow.
Whoa.
Oh, no.
Whoa. Well, that's that. Wow. Okay. Well, that, I guess, because that gentleman is from the, the western part of Canada. He's from BC.
Yes.
So I guess the BC fans are Mariners fans, because I know he's a Mariners fan.
Yep.
So Mr. Excitement in the chat said that he's in the picture on the left was wearing a kid's large. So
Yes.
he was a tiny feller, huh?
He's a little guy.
Yeah.
He's a little guy.
little
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
He would be a mini.
I almost said something like, I almost hit my lip. I'm not going to say what I almost said.
December 14th, 2011, 10 years ago, the Orioles announced the signing of Japanese left-hander Tsuyoshi Wada to a 2-year deal, $8.15 million. That includes a $5 million option for 2014. Baltimore hasn't determined the role of the 30-year-old Japanese hurler who will play on the team, but is counting on a hard-throwing southpaw to be a major upgrade to the Orioles' woeful pitching staff. Now, when I saw this, I'm like, I have no recollection of any Japanese pitcher playing for the Orioles. And it turned out he never played for the Orioles.
Wow.
Okay.
He actually came and he was hurt, and then he rehabbed, had Tommy John, I believe, and never played for them. So, kind of. I wonder if how much he settled for, or if he got like a guaranteed contract. That would be very interesting. $8 million just for the chance. That's kind of nuts. But he was actually a really good pitcher before this. We'll have to talk to Japan Ball and see if there's any knowledge of this player. December 14th, 2012, Kevin Youkilis, best known for being a member of the Red Sox World Championship teams in 2004 and 2007, signs a 1-year, $12 million deal with the Yankees, once considered the evil empire by his former club. I'm interested to know Ed Brown's recollection of Kevin Euclis on the Yankees. I know that it will not be good. The 33-year-old infielder who was traded to Chicago's South Side by Boston in June will help fill the void at third base, while Alex Rodriguez recuperates from hip surgery. Oh my gosh, this is a great time during the Yankees history. But okay, so Kevin Youkilis redeems himself with the Beer Baseball blog.
Yes. I was going to say, when you said best remembered, no, I only remember him for having Loma Brewing.
That's right. That's right. Loma Brewing in Los Gatos, California, southwest of San Jose, California. We've been looking forward to going to this brewery for quite a long time, Kevin. And actually, you were close.
Then,
you didn't think about it.
Then, something happened in 2020, and we
it's just
I'm saying,
flat tire. All right, so this guy was the same guy from the picture before.
Yes. Why don't you go back to that so Jack can see?
It is.
Let's
and if you notice, so on Boston, he had the facial hair. There's two teams that have facial hair policies. One of them, the Yankees. Do you guys know the other team that has a facial hair policy?
I think it's the South Dakota Skinners.
Wow. Okay.
That's the independent team. We met Major Leagues. That doesn't include the Angels.
Oh, Major League. Yeah, no, the Angels.
So not the Angels. So
wait, no, not the Angels.
Nope. There's another team that has a facial hair policy. I think there's two of them. Are you guys familiar with it?
I was going to say the Angels because I'm like, is this going to be like Disneyland where you're not supposed to go with facial hair?
You can now, though.
The Phillies.
You're very close, actually.
Yeah.
It is National League, and it is in that area.
It's the Pittsburgh Pirates?
No.
Oh,
no. Oh, you're even closer, actually.
I am?
Yeah. Cincinnati Reds.
Oh,
Cincy. Okay.
Cincinnati Reds have that
Wow.
policy as well.
Wait, they have a policy against facial hair?
Let me guess.
Facial hair and long hair, according to Ed Brown as well.
Yep.
Hold on. I got to ask this. Is this an old rule? Is this an old implementation? Was this I got to ask this question. You know where I'm going with this, don't you, Michael?
Yeah, sure, I do.
Was this implemented by a Ms. Marge Schott?
I don't think it was implemented by her, but I think that actually precedes her. But they've kept it going for a long time. And if you, I love the Marge Schott. I wish I could talk more about that. But the actual, if you remember, there was a Simpsons episode where Mr. Burns has a facial hair policy, and he keeps on telling Don Mattingly to shave
those
his
sideburns,
shave the sideburns, hippie. And he shaves them up to like right here, and it says it's still too long. That's what that's from.
Wow. Okay. I never got. My son Cash and I watched that. We watched that episode maybe once every 2 weeks.
Yeah,
we love it. And I never got. I just thought it was because Mr. Burns was old. I didn't think it was a throwback to.
No, there was actually a facial hair policy, and the Yankees.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
No, and hey, man, this guy looks like the French angel Maurice Tillet's son, by the way.
There you go. So you mean the inspiration for Shrek? Because the French angel was the inspiration for Shrek.
Yeah.
Very good.
That looks exactly like his son.
Yeah, so we might have to do a road trip in 2022 to Loma Brewing. Check it out. That's where Kevin Euclis now bats 1,000. It says right here, he is currently batting 1,000 in home brewing. He's one for one.
We'll be the judge of that.
Yeah, exactly. We'll be the judge of that. Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
Because there is a baseball themed brewery about hour north of there in San Jose.
That's right.
That's pretty good. Has some pretty good stuff too.
So fun fact about this Yankees facial hair policy, because I just did a little bit of research here. So in 1983, Don Mattingly was benched for refusing to cut his long hair due to the policy, right? Then in 2016, when Don Mattingly became the manager of the Miami Marlins, he instituted no facial hair or long hair policy.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
Oh, those hippies.
And
Get
yes,
rid of those
Ian,
hippies in Florida, you know?
Ian asked how often it affects a player's decision on going to the Yankees or the Reds. I've seen there's a couple people that have stated a couple of things I'm reading that people, it's been a deal breaker for the teams in free agency in the past. And actually Clint Frazier criticized the team's facial hair policy on Twitter once he left the team. So.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, he was like who's the guy for the Dodgers that has the long Dustin May.
Dustin May,
yeah. He was he looked like him basically.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you're right. So this is the last one. This will be a fun one. By the way, Don Mattingly, Jack, is known as Donnie Baseball.
Okay.
Right.
All right. I can dig it.
Teddy Ball Game, Ted Williams.
Teddy Ball Game.
And then, but I've always not liked that Johnny Gargano was Johnny Wrestling, right?
Right.
Yeah. No.
No. Not for me.
It's solid, but I can't give him that nickname. No,
not for me, dude.
No disrespect.
Yeah, no disrespect, but
oh no.
All right. So lastly, December 14th, 2014, in one of his first major actions since becoming commissioner, your friend and mine, Rob Manfred, denies Pete Rose's application for reinstatement to baseball, citing a reversal of the lifetime ban, which would risk the sport's integrity. Should I repeat that?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Give it.
Go ahead.
I want to feel the anger one more time. Yeah.
Citing a reversal of the lifetime ban, which would risk the sport's integrity.
Okay.
A 4-page decision concludes the career hits leader had continued to gamble legally on horse racing and professional sports, including baseball, disregarding all the circumstances which led to his permanent ineligibility in 1989. Sigh. This is
dude. So Pete Rose was literally betting on his own team, correct?
Allegedly.
Only to win.
Correct. Right. Listen, guys, if I'm playing a game of baseball, if I'm playing a game of darts, I'm betting on myself. Pete Rose, the battler. This man is an institution. He is a national treasure. He should be in the Hall of Fame, and I will not rest until we get this man in the Hall of Fame. Thank you, Pete Rose. Thank you, Pete Rose.
Well, Jack, I'm gonna add to your case. By the way, standing ovation. I definitely want to. I wish I had some patriotic music to go behind you as well.
No, I don't need patriotic music. When I run for president and I become the president of the United States of America, it will be my first act of duty to get Pete Rose into the Hall of Fame, because that dude is baseball, man. That dude's the battler. It's a travesty, man. It's a travesty.
Jack, I'm going to add to your case right here. This will be Exhibit A in your testimonial for Pete Rose. Pete Rose hits and misses. A lot of people miss this. It was actually in 2013. It actually only had 4 episodes. This features Pete Rose and his fiance, and I will say fiance in quotations. He has still not married her, by the way, but still claims it's his fiance. She was born on March 30th, 1980, and Pete Rose was not born. I think he was
like 35, 40.
Yeah, he would
have
have been
good.
Yeah, he would have been like 40, maybe 40, 30 something.
Hey,
my blood pressure is going out of control, man. This guy is a national treasure. God bless you, Mr. Pete Rose. I love you, sir. Good for you.
He's not going to marry her. Then he has to like give her half of his stuff when he dies.
Exactly.
Well, she gets everything when he dies. So like, I'm not marrying you. I'll take good care of you, but no, you get my estate.
Taro, dude,
Yes.
that girl's on Instagram. She's worth way more than he is. Let's be honest.
Whoa,
He's
excuse me,
trying
sir.
to marry her. He's trying to marry her to get half of her.
I'm not
estate.
trying to marry her. Get out of here.
She
I have
keeps
not
saying
seen
no,
this.
but God bless you, Pete Rose. God bless
yes.
you, sir.
Bless
Yes. When we
And
when
you
we
know
go when we
what?
go
One
to
last-
Vegas,
Yes.
Go for it.
Can I say one last thing? The sad thing too on the other end, because I saw that's on PED in the chat, is that it looks like there's a good chance Barry Bonds and Roger Clemens will get in this year to the Hall of Fame.
oh, interesting.
They're actually on the ballot. And
Interesting.
last I've heard is there is a pretty good projection for those guys, at least Barry Bonds. I think Roger Clemens as well to actually make it. And if you look at their stats, they're obvious Hall of Famers. But PEDs is looking so bad in baseball, obviously.
Yeah, and
Dude,
Greg is
all Pete Rose
coming in with
did
a lot.
was bet he was gonna win.
I know.
Well, there's one rule in baseball. Like there's literally on page 1, it's you can't bet on baseball. Like they have like the signs on it, like ever since like the Black Sox scandal.
And
It's
it
like
looks
rule
so
number
much,
1.
Jack, it looks so much worse then. And now it's like a totally different thing because now you can see like DraftKings and like FanDuel signs at the baseball stadiums.
Yeah.
Like they're pretty much advertising you to gamble on this stuff.
Yeah.
So
Dude, the guy that I work with lost $8,000 last night on FanDuel.
Yeah.
And he didn't play in the game. Like, Pete Rose was betting on himself, man. That's the American dream. I'm done, dude. I'll tell you what. When I become president, me and what's his name, Roger Goodell?
Rob Manfred.
Who's the Bob Manfred? Me and Bob Manfred are going to
Rob.
sit down. Whatever. Dude,
Call him Bob, please.
Listen, me and Bob are going to sit down, and that jabroni is not leaving the room until Pete Rose is in the Hall of Fame, man. Pete Rose is he should be in the Hall of Fame. I'm sorry, guys.
All the leaders in baseball are not going to get in the Hall of Fame right now for multiple reasons. But yeah, they definitely. But my thing is like baseball didn't punish them. Why are the writers punishing them? But I understand. And by the way, I wanted to make mention of this before we go into to Card Sharks. Greg Hall brings another great Kevin Euclis, also known as the Greek god of walks. That's his nickname. That's amazing.
That's an amazing nickname. I love it.
I dig it.
Yeah,
I can dig it. I can dig it.
Fantastic nickname. All right, so let's get to it. This is Baseball Card Sharks. Here are the Baseball Card Sharks standings. Cowboy Jack Durango with a big overtime shootout penalty win last week. Very nice down. Brings you up to a 188 average, but hey.
Dude, Mr. 188, guys.
You know
Mr.
what?
188.
Your batting average is as good as Bob Euchre, so you have a right to call yourself Mr. Baseball.
Dang
That's
right,
it.
dude. They call me Jackie Baseball. I don't know. they call me Cowboy Baseball. What are you gonna do?
Love it. Okay, so here are the Baseball Card Shark rules. We're going to draw 8 cards. I'm sorry, 8 cards. 8 cards on the board, 11 in total. 3 go on your bench. We start at the bottom. We're going to pick a category, and then we're going to do higher or lower. So let's get to it. I'm going to add this to the stream. I'm going to take that out, and I'm going to go to that. Okay, so we did 86. Position players, so we're going to go with the pitchers this time. I was hoping that my camera would be better, but it's not. And
man, 88 pitchers. That's right in my wheelhouse.
86, sir. 86.
Sorry, that's 88, 86.
86.
86.
I think you said 86, Michael Mondragon.
86.
No, you said it right.
All right, so
it's the cryo hops.
So what category do we want to go with? We have games, inning pitched, wins, losses, runs, earned runs, strikeouts, base on balls, complete games. Strikeouts. Anybody want to second that?
That's fine. I mean, we've done strikeouts before, but that's fine.
Okay. I'm not sure why my camera is like really bad.
It's a little fuzzy.
Yeah, sorry about that. It looks fine over here, but I'm not sure. Yeah, exactly. Let me do this one thing.
Angelo, you okay with strikeouts?
I'm fine with strikeouts.
All right.
All right, so give me a second.
No problem.
While this thing
I like
kinda
right on
clears
top.
up.
We have the 1984 Cy Young Award winner in the American League, Willie Hernandez.
Yeah, no,
It's not the camera that's from '86. It's the internet from '86.
Yeah. So, fun fact: Michael Mondragon is using a VHS camcorder to film this.
right.
Oh God,
right.
yeah, it is definitely legacy footage here. It looks
Yes.
great over here. I don't know why it's going. Anyway, okay,
It's
so
all right.
we'll
it
figure it
definitely
out.
matches 1986 feel.
Yeah, man, let's rock and roll. Let's go.
I feel like I'm watching a second generation 1986 wrestling tape or video or baseball game. You know?
Goodness gracious, yes, this is very reminiscent.
Adjust
of
your
my
bunny
VHS
ears,
tapes.
ladies and gentlemen. If you know what
This is
bunny
very
ears are.
reminiscent of my VHS tapes of Saturday night's main event from 1987. Okay, so let's do it. Who wants to go first?
Mr. 183.
All right.
180.
Cowboy Jack Durango.
188.
Let's do it.
He's calling a shot.
What am I?
188.
Mr. 188. Mr.
All right, here we
188. I'm going. I'm going to
So we
march
got
through
Willie
this first and
Hernandez.
early. Ah, solid.
Bob Forsch, who threw a no-hitter for the Cardinals, and so did his brother. His brother didn't throw one for the. Excuse me?
Correct me if I'm wrong. The Cardinals have won 10 rings?
11, I believe.
11. Okay. All right.
I believe 11. I hope. I should know that. Jamie Easterly. Randy O'Neal. I have no knowledge of this. Why is it? I can't believe this camera is this bad. Frank DiPino for the Astros.
Oh, good old Frankie.
Oh, look at this. We talked about him earlier. Fernando Valenzuela, still with the
Viano
Dodgers.
number 7, dude. Yes.
There you go. Doyle Alexander. I will spoil this. This is a veteran. Doyle Alexander.
It just has a veteran name.
Come
Doyle.
on.
Yes.
Who's been named Doyle after 1980?
I have not.
Come
I don't know
on.
any Doyles. Andy Hawkins. On your bench, Denny Martinez, El Presidente.
Man, Denny's a solid bench card.
Tim Burke. And
middle of the
Mario
road.
Soto. Another good
Mario
one.
Soto is another solid bench card. I never go to the bench, though.
That's
I
true.
never go to the bench.
Okay,
They're
so
on
we
the bench-
said
they're on the bench for a reason, right?
Yep.
what was the category? Strikeouts?
Strikeouts.
Yes, sir.
Strikeouts. Ooh, this will be a good one. So
Yeah, it will.
strikeouts here. Wow. Willie Hernandez, 592 strikeouts.
See the veteran.
Veteran.
Known
for
mostly
sure.
as a reliever. I'll just say that.
With the Cubs, Phillies, and just came off a championship in '84 with the Tigers. So this is a couple of years after that, but he was really good. So 592 is the this would be a great one. 592. Bob Forsch, higher or lower than 592?
Oof. All right. So now I'm gonna talk my way through this. Bob Forsch. This is the 1986.
Yeah, look at how badly that card is off center. It's beautiful.
Right.
Yeah, it's awful.
So they cropped that card so bad. Bob's getting no respect, right? And 596. Man, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go Bob Forsch just a scotch lower.
Oh,
Lower.
I was afraid of. Oh no.
Kevin, you shut your mouth, hippie.
846, one and done. Cowboy Jack Durango.
Okay, so I was close. Okay. All right.
I literally walked away for a bathroom break and I heard that first name like, oh no, he's not gonna get Bob Forsch. I'm like, oh no, he's gonna miss Bob Forsch. Oh no.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, man, I was really proud of my Mr. 188, but
Well, you know what? You might be
wait, was it
186.
183 or 188?
You might be
188.
It ain't
You're
188
gonna have a chance
anymore.
to get back to 188 next week.
Yeah.
You'll be 183 next week. Don't worry.
Well, this game is rigged, so
Of course it is. All right,
I'd like to know. Who's the Hall of Famer? That's
I
a
can't
great
remember
one.
this. I can't remember this. I gotta think about
I
it.
don't know that one either. All right, who's next? Jack or Kevin?
I'm too busy thinking about this. He was traded for a
Angelo or
Hall of
Kevin?
Famer. What? Am I up?
Angelo or Kevin? Who's next?
Jack, why don't you pick?
I'm gonna say Angelo.
All right.
All right.
You
He's
guys
like
about
this
Cole
guy,
Alexander.
man.
What Hall of Famer he was traded for?
Oh my God! This. Hold on. This is ridiculous. This.
We are sir.
This is just stupid.
Wow.
There we go. Now it's on
Now
the main
it's on the
event.
show.
Now
Look
it's
how
on the main
good you
event.
looked at.
So
Compared to
I look
1986
great.
cards.
Sweet daddy. Hello. Woo! All right. Is everybody paying attention here? It was all that I could do to keep from crying. See, here's what we're gonna do, boys and girls. It's Tuesday night. We are gonna drink us some beer. We're gonna talk some baseball. I'm just biding time there.
Hey, that's much better.
There it is. All right. Thank
All right.
goodness I didn't have to sing anymore, guys.
I was ready for more.
It doesn't look that great. Gosh darn it!
What?
It looks great. Yeah, it looks.
Jerry Kuzman. Oh my goodness.
Oh man, the Coos.
Right, Jerry Kuzman. All right, here we go.
Definitely a grizzled veteran.
And
Definitely
then
grizzled.
Tom. Oh my gosh, Tom Hume. Did things get worse? Unbelievable. Sorry, Jack.
It's all right.
I don't know what to do. It doesn't matter. Okay, here we go.
Brother, all we got to do is push through it, man. It don't matter.
Jack
Oh my
already
God.
lost, so it doesn't matter. Let's just get.
I can't even. You can't. Not that you can see through
Oh my
them.
gosh! I told you,
This is-
grizzled vet.
This is
Now,
stupid.
as I collected cards as a kid, I never got the card, but this poor guy, if you want his rookie card, you have to buy this. He was on a rookie card of another guy named Nolan Ryan. You ever heard of him?
I've never heard of Nolan Ryan before.
And that's what we talked about him last week, Jack.
Was he a manager?
He's
or-
Robin Ventura's dad. Do you remember that from last week?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, and him and his son got in a fight and bloody nose and the whole
Yeah,
thing.
that guy.
Okay,
All right.
Michael Mondragon, I just want you to know, since things are so blurry, you can skew the game to where you win.
That's true.
Yeah,
Actually,
Michael wins this game regardless.
Or you can skew the game to where I win, and I will literally send you money on Venmo.
You already
yeah.
lost.
I can't believe this got worse through this process. Okay. Anyway. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go Jerry Kuzman. Jerry Kuzman actually has 2,558, Angelo. So you have a very comfortable pad, unbelievable, and not really talked about Jerry Kuzman
Who's?
Good player.
Who's?
Good pitcher for sure.
as a longtime pitcher.
That's
So
a hell of a number. Like, not, there are
2,558.
any pitchers who reach 3,000. That's an amazing. That's a great
So
number.
Tom Hume, higher or lower?
I'm going to go out on a limb and say significantly lower.
I would have to agree with you. And you're right with 452, actually higher than I expected.
Higher
And
than
not-
I expected, yes.
Tommy was all right. Was all right. Look at all those years on there. He's grizzled. I see a lot of lines there. You know, it's blurry.
So-
Until he played for a while.
So to steal something from Mr. Excitement, the baseball card sharks is using the beer goggles filter.
This is 100% beer goggles.
Yes.
And mind you, because we're drinking, you know, it's even worse for us.
That's so true. Okay, so
I was
like
drinking those 8%ers.
you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put me on here. So, I mean, at least you can see it, right? So, but I'll have the cards here. So Tom Hume.
But now you're blurry.
Yes. Yeah.
You're
no,
blurry. Wow.
What is going on? I love.
That's funny because when you go to the side camera, you're not as blurry. That's really
Yeah.
interesting.
That's wild. That is
That's
wild,
what?
wacky stuff.
Wild, wild
Wacky
stuff.
Here, I might do this. Hopefully this will clear it up.
I like that we've done that spot up now to where I say it to you. You have Jack and Angelo doing the wild stuff line. So we got that spot over. Good job.
All right. So Angelo, you're 452 with Tom Hume. Jamie Easterly. Is he higher or lower than 452?
What is in his hand? Is it a remote control? I mean, what's he doing?
He's changing the channel.
That's very true.
He's changing the channel from this blurry screen, you know?
Oh,
Yeah.
Come on.
Yes, Jody says beer blur. I continue to say this. I work in this industry of technology.
Right.
It will be 2022 and we have not perfected this technology. How is that possible? We can buy my son works for Best Buy. I walked in there. There's a million square feet of electronics and nothing works. Their printer didn't work. They were trying. I said, you guys work at Best Buy. Your printer doesn't work.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Actually, the screen cleared up a little bit when you were talking trash on Best Buy. So I think that's the trick.
Michael,
Okay.
can you just hit the soundboard so I know how to say it? Thank you.
Jamie Easterly, 452, higher or lower?
Man, my gut instinct was lower.
Okay. Are you going with lower?
I'm going with lower.
All right. 319. Nicely done.
All right.
Go in it, baby.
All right, Angelo.
319. Randy O'Neill. I have to put it close to the camera so you can see through the pixels.
You know, so
No, it doesn't help if you put it close to the camera.
it looks like a young and spry Randy O'Neill. So I'm gonna go with lower than 3, whatever the number was.
All right. So 319. 319 lower. You are correct, sir. 64. 64.
Whoa.
There we go.
Frank DiPino for the Astros.
Frank DiPino. I'll go higher than 64.
Okay.
I knew him as a Red. I knew him as an Astro.
Yeah, and he actually hasn't played for the Reds at this point yet.
Oh.
He actually started with the Brewers in 81.
Get your beers ready.
209. 209 for Frank.
Hey, that's a good area code, brothers.
Good number.
That's right. So 209 is the number to beat. Fernando Valenzuela.
You know, guys, I'm going to go out on a limb and say higher.
I
Could
think
be
that
wrong.
you would be.
Could be wrong.
You are right with 1,032 for
Okay.
Fernando Valenzuela.
1032.
1032. Doyle Alexander. There we go. We get to Doyle.
And now wait, we never figured out who's the Hall of Famer who he was traded for.
I don't see.
I didn't see anyone. I didn't see
Traded for a Hall of Famer.
Greg Hall come back to us for that. And then, I've heard that fact, but I can't remember who it is. So I'm going to cheat and hashtag do the research.
So no disrespect to the grizzled young vet Doyle Alexander, but I'm going to say lower than 1032.
Ooh, lower than 1032.
Lower than 1032.
Interesting.
Oh, I knew it. I found who it is now.
The type is so small I look.
That's not a good sign.
It's 1060.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
1060.
All right.
I would have not expected that. I would have said higher, but I wouldn't have thought that was that close.
Yeah.
Wow.
So let me close with this. On August 12th, 1987, the Detroit Tigers, Tigers trade, the Detroit Tigers Acquired pitcher Joel Alexander from the Atlanta Braves. So not a Blue Jay, Atlanta Brave here. Trading away a double-A right-hander named. This is where I need. There you go. John Smoltz. That's where I need. Like, Top Guitar would help me out there.
You know, I remember.
I forgot about that too.
I remember seeing this on a broadcast. They were actually going after. They went after John Smoltz, and at the time it was kind of controversial.
He's a double-A pitcher.
That's right, and he wasn't doing well at the time. I remember. That's right. Wow, that's an awesome, great pull, Greg. That's fantastic.
Yeah, thank you, Greg. I knew I could not remember, and I forgot.
Wow, that was a tough one. That was Angelo. I did not envy you on that one. I would have said higher, but
that was tough. That one was close.
Yeah, that was
around, but wow, I didn't know he had over 1,000.
All right, Kevin,
yes,
you're
sir.
up with Jay Tibbs.
The great Jay Tibbs.
Can you even see this?
Jack, you never heard of Jay Tibbs?
No, I've heard of the great Jay Tibbs.
I never have until today.
Frank Williams, not the WWF jobber from the
from Columbus, Ohio. I remember Frankie Williams.
that Roddy Piper destroyed.
Yes, great Piper spit.
Here's another great, awesome Brave, Pascual Perez, who if you look him up on YouTube, he incited one of the greatest fights of all time. Look that one up.
I watched that show tonight.
Dude, I love me a baseball fight. I love me a baseball fight.
Ron Davis.
God, is this arm like dislocated? Jesus.
Kevin, I don't envy you. This is Bob James. These are not going to be easy, by the way.
Not going to be easy.
Oh my God.
The man, the myth, the legend, Bob James.
Bob James.
Is that like the guy who wrote the statisticians? Is that the statistician for baseball?
Not to be outdone, Rick Lysander. Oh my God!
This is just the who's who.
Yes.
Vita Blue.
All right.
I'm excited to see Vita Blue in here. I need a Vita Blue in this.
All right,
card.
here we go. So you still
I can't believe Vita. I'm still blown away. Vita Blue was still playing baseball in 1986.
Yeah, in 1986. There you go.
He was the 1971 All-Star Game starting pitcher.
That's right.
The American League against Doc Ellis. I just remember that from us talking about on the show before.
That's right.
Dang.
So Jay Tibbs. Let's see how
the great Jay Tibbs.
138. 138.
Oh,
solid.
Okay.
Solid. He's early in his career. Now give him.
Yeah, the great Jay Tibbs,
So Frank Williams, who I seem to remember when I was a Giants bat boy, I believe that I think he was on that team.
Really?
I don't know. I'm like, I have no idea here.
So the only thing I know about Giants great Frank Williams is that he started an off-Broadway musical.
He did?
He did. Yeah.
131.
Yeah. No, he did a really good Fiddler on the Roof.
It was like 130 something, right? Is that what the number was?
Yeah, 138.
Well, he's clean shaven, so he might have been a Red or a Yankee before. I don't know. Okay. I have no clue. I think this guy's a reliever, so I'll just say lower, but I have absolutely no idea.
Okay, lower it is. 145 higher.
Wow. Way to go, loser. Wait, one and done, loser.
Oh, let me see.
This game's rigged.
It is rigged. It is.
Angelo Trinidad is like gonna get 2/3 of the board and win this thing.
By the way, he did play for the 85 Phoenix Giants.
Really?
Wow. I was correct.
What is that old strikeout said? This is a 1986 card.
You were his bat boy, man.
That include minor league stats? I call shenanigans.
No, he got demoted. So he was on the 83 Phoenix Giants. He played with the Giants in 84, and then he got demoted. He played on the Giant. He started with the Giants in 85, and then got demoted. So he had major league experience. So I remember seeing him. And
Michael, you get to have fun on my board now. Have fun.
I know. I get your board. I get to inherit your board.
No,
and here's another player. Definitely another player that played on the Phoenix Giants, Mark Davis. I totally remember him from
your old personal friend, Mark Davis.
Dude, yeah. The Mark the Undertaker Davis. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. He's now a Padres announcer, I believe. Or is that no? Is that right? Am I right on that?
I know that. I don't know that.
I'll have to remember.
I'll have to look it up. Do the research.
And then Steve
Hercules Hernandez.
That does look like Hercules Hernandez.
It does, right?
It does. Okay, so Mark Davis,
Steve Bedrock.
Bedrock, yes.
Yes, that's
wow,
he has a son that plays Major League Baseball right now.
I don't think he does anymore, unfortunately.
372 for Mark Davis. So Steve Bedrosian, I will say 372. Oh boy. I don't know. This is a good one. We may have no winners this week. This is going to be a tough one. Wait, Cy Young Award? Wait.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to tell you. Mark Davis won the Cy Young Award in 1989 as a relief pitcher. So I remember that guy was great with the Padres, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot that until I looked it up. So I was trying to find out if he was an announcer, but I don't know about that. I didn't see an announcer, but yeah, Cy Young Award winner.
All right, so the number to beat is 372. I'm going to say Steve Bedrosian. Is he?
Bedrock's looking mad at you.
372. Mark Davis. He played 5 years.
Who knows to be the most exciting game of Card Sharks ever?
I know. Oh, I'm gonna go on a limb and I'm gonna say lower.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
And I'm completely wrong.
Oh no!
Read us the number. Read us the number. Read us the number. I want the number.
51.
Oh,
unbelievable.
Geez. Yeah, I was like, yeah, I didn't like when you said that, like, oh no. Andrew wins by getting like 3 cards.
Wow,
so
that was
a solid Card Sharks, man. That was a good Card Sharks.
Nicely done,
good
Angelo.
job, Angelo.
You killed us all.
And we had 2 cameo appearances during that enthralling
game. Dude. Right. Kids.
And by the way, Greg in the chat says Mark Grant is the Padre.
Mark Grant. Yeah, I knew it was a Mark, and I was oh my gosh. Yes, Mark Mudcat Grant, who was also on that team.
Whoa. That's not that Mudcat Grant.
No, his nickname is Mudcat.
Oh, it was just like Jim Grant. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, on. That's cool.
Yeah.
I just laughed when he said that. I'm like, wait a minute. I thought you were saying that as a joke.
And the reason why I say Mark Mudcat Grant is because when we had Adam Pierce on, he did play-by-play with him. We talked about this.
He was
Adam Pierce was auditioning for the announcing the PA job, not the radio announcer, but the PA.
Yeah, not the announcer job, but the PA, right? Yes. Exactly. All right, so let's end out with some baseball trivia. Let me pull that up. We have 2 questions tonight, so let's get through it. Yeah, Kevin requested 2 questions. We went down to 1 last week, but
I'm like, can we? No, please.
All right, here we go.
Because friend of the show, Ian and Nikki love their trivia, so let's do it.
Yes, yeah. So that was tough.
That was
for sure.
Not tough.
We didn't get to Pascal Perez.
Yeah, it's in Pascal Perez, exactly. So definitely look that up after the show. Look that one up. That's a great fight. Super awesome.
I'll tweet that out later.
All right, so let's do it. This man was the home run leader for the year of 1930. Please, no Googling. Let us know who you're thinking of. By the way, Kevin, do you just want to say it right off the bat?
Kevin was there when he hit the record-breaking home run.
Thank you. You're welcome, by the way. I did that just for you. I know it's not Home Run Baker, but I just want to say his name just as a joke.
Let's jog your memory a little bit. Was it Hack Wilson? Was it Lou Gehrig, Babe Herman, or George Herman Babe Ruth?
Ooh.
Oh, what year was this?
1930.
1930 home run leader.
1930. All right.
So we have some early leagues.
Oh, people are going all over it. They're going for the Babe.
Dude, Cassius saying Babe Ruth, man. 1930 though. That's a little early for the Great Bambino.
I'm sorry. Did I laugh out loud? Sorry. Sorry. I don't know.
All right, man.
We'll put an asterisk by the.
Yes. I'm leaning toward. I'm like I think Babe Ruth is a
Dude,
red
I'm
herring.
gonna go with my son Babe Ruth, dude. Cash says Babe Ruth. I'm going Babe Ruth. Let's go.
I see a black hair. I see a black hair, a red herring here. I'm gonna. The name that's popped out to me is, Hack Wilson. I'm gonna go with
Yes.
Hack Wilson,
Okay.
the man who has the all-time RBI season record, which I don't think is ever going to be broken. He had 180 RBIs in 150
For the National League.
games.
Yeah.
Because mind you, this is the era of 154 game seasons.
Angelo.
So we were talking about a great baseball movie in Moneyball earlier. I'll go with this answer simply to reference another great baseball movie, The Sandlot, and go with some lady named Baby Ruth.
Oh,
Babe Ruth, baby.
I was thinking you were going to Pride of the Yankees and go with Lou Gehrig. I'm like, oh, never mind.
All right. Anybody else out there? So Jody
There's
is
no
going with
love
Hack
for Babe
Wilson.
Herman or Lou Gehrig, unfortunately.
Greg going with Hack
Mr.
Wilson.
Excitement says Hack Wilson.
There you go.
I want to change my answer. I can't agree with my son.
Illegitimate, son. Illegitimate.
All right. 3, 2, 1, and Hack Wilson it is. He had 50 home runs that year.
Look at
that
how
is-
burly that man is. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
oh my God. He's
Dude,
amazing.
look at those
If you would have shown
forearms.
pictures instead of the multiple choice, I would have picked him by proxy. Look at that guy.
Yeah, look at this.
My
Yeah.
God.
I'm
Dude,
sorry. I didn't, Jack. I
forearms
didn't tell you.
size.
His name
Look
is
at his
Hack
size.
Jack Wilson. If I would have said that to you earlier, that would have given away that's the answer.
Dude, he looks like Jeff Cobb's grandpa. Like, that dude is cut out of stone, brother.
That's a man's man. Right
Wow, dude.
So
that
do you
is
know,
a
is this the year he
man's
set the
man.
RBI record? Or do I need to look that up for you?
So that is the year that he broke the all-time record. He had 191 RBIs that year.
Insane.
And yeah, and he I think he played 155 games. And
Dude,
and
that guy is just solid, man. He's
Yeah.
cut out of stone, dude. Look at his face.
Yep,
What team was he on then, Michael? Do you remember?
he was on the Chicago Cubs. He started with
Well,
the Giants.
that would have been the National League record for home runs forever until Sammy broke it, right?
Yeah. No.
Oh, no, it's like McGuire, technically.
Well, the National League. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Because the
Yep.
American League was Maris after Babe Ruth. Yes, sir.
And it's so crazy because this was his highest total. His highest total before that was the year before, 39. The year after this, he only hit 13.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, well, PEDs.
He came off cycle. He
Yeah.
was off cycle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Hack Wilson, one of the great
He
players.
was some experimental drugs in the 30s,
Yes.
Give
Yeah.
me some of those. I want some of them drugs. That's what I want to
Yeah,
do.
he was a hell of a ball player.
Yep.
But that
All right,
191 RBIs, you talk about baseball records that'll never be broken.
Dude, that dude is built like Ishii.
Yes.
Yes, dude.
Yeah.
He is like a
love
tree
Ishii.
stump.
Yeah.
We love Ishii here on the
Oh,
show.
awesome.
Yes, sir.
Exactly.
Oh boy, Big Tom.
Yes. Yeah. He if there's any word that is appropriate, hack is the
Yep,
most amazing name.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Yeah. They put the ball in the humidor in 31. Yeah. They definitely had to curb this for sure.
You had to move the cigars out of the way to get the ball out of it,
Exactly.
in 1931.
All right, here's question 2. Let's go for it. This man was the home run leader for the year 2000.
For
2000.
when? For when?
The year 2000.
Thank you. I'm glad
So
more than one
good.
person knew what I was talking about.
So good.
All right, here we go. Was it Troy Gloss, Barry
Oh.
Bonds, Sammy Sosa, or Jeff Bagwell?
Oof.
I mean, it's hard for me to go against Barry Bonds. I mean,
It has
Right.
to be, right?
Toby
I-
McGuire is not the answer.
Way to go, Jennifer.
How do you know that wasn't Cash?
I'm gonna go with man. I feel like, dude, Disco always hits us with some red herrings. I'm gonna go with Bagwell, man. I'm going Bagwell.
So you're going with the brother. That is not Buff Bagwell's brother. Just so you know.
No, I'm going with Buff is the stuff. Jeff Bagwell, dude. Buff is
no
the
relation to Buff
stuff.
Bagwell. Sorry,
I'm actually gonna agree with Cowboy Jack on this one and also go with Jeff Bagwell.
All right. Whoa.
Jeff
Bags.
Bagwell.
Whoa.
Jeff
So
Bagwell
Bags
getting
got the good stuff
some
in
love.
2000 then, because I had no idea. 2000 is the new millennium. I don't know things past then.
Yeah.
1930.
Well, it is the 20th millennium that you've been alive, so I don't blame you. But no, man, Jeff Buff Bagwell. Let's do it.
Jeff Buff Bagwell.
Yeah, come on.
Who my mom met. My mom legitimately met
Oh, no.
Jeff Bagwell and took a picture with him. And she goes, "Yeah, they know him as do you know him? They know him as the Bags." And I said, "Mom, they don't call him the Bags."
What kind of bags we have? I mean, he was a gigolo.
But my mom legitimately has a picture with him, and
I hope Troy lost the answer because we have people saying Bonds, we have people saying Sammy Sosa, we have people saying Jeff Bagwell.
Sosa.
No love for Troy Gloss here.
Bonds, yeah. So we have a whole bunch. Jody going with Jody answering in question form, which is we might have to do a Jeopardy.
Maybe not.
Who
We might
is?
have to do a Jeopardy
Who
version
is?
of this. We're answering question form. So you guys ready? 3,
Of course.
2, 1. It is Sammy Sosa.
Oh wow.
Okay,
No.
now hold on a second.
What happened?
All right, well, I'll allow it, dude. I mean, this game is rigged. It's obviously rigged against me, but all right, fine. Way to go, Sammy Sosa.
And good job, Jen and Greg.
Yeah.
Right there.
That's
Way
awesome.
to go, Jennifer.
Let's not give Jody credit for the question mark answer. So
Yes, yeah, she gets credit. Come on, Jody gets credit. Jody. I seen Jody's done some good artwork there. Good job, Jody.
Nicely done.
Definitely love the Moss artwork. What I've seen.
We've had some great interaction in the chat tonight, man.
Yeah.
Thank
Oh,
you,
yeah.
everyone.
Wrong point.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. it's
Okay,
awesome.
don't highlight her. She's talking trash. Right?
Yes, Alan says the Winnipeg Gold Eyes. Nicely done.
Good job. I
Great
got
job.
this from a gift from a friend of mine who went to a Winnipeg Gold Eyes game, and I'm like, I will never know if I'll get to Winnipeg, but I can represent Winnipeg, so I love it.
There you go. And I didn't notice this either. All Cubs answers tonight, which I wasn't aware of.
There you go.
Yep.
Bubble Pug, I'm with you,
Thank
man. I'm
That's
with
all.
you. Dude, it's all right. We got next week, Bubble Pug. We got next week.
By the way, okay, so thank you for mentioning that. So next week is going to be our big Christmas episode.
Big.
I cannot wait. It's going to be the 21st. We're going to be opening up gifts. We're going to have another. I promise that the it won't not be pixelated, but I can't guarantee it won't be pixelated. But yeah, so we're going to definitely have a party next week going into Christmas. We're going to have a gift exchange. We're going to have a lot of fun, and we really super appreciate everyone that joined us tonight. This has been a really awesome episode, and we always try to hit about an hour and a half, and I can't believe I thought this one was going to go 2 hours. We easily could go 2 hours, but we definitely we thank you for all your support. If you'd like to support us, check out our Patreon page, patreon.com/Beer Baseball. We also have an Etsy page. Hit us up there. We have a lot of stuff and we're actually going to be giving stuff away from our Etsy page next week. Yes.
All right.
We're actually have a giveaway next week. It's going to be a good one for Christmas. You can check us out here at Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch. Guys, any last words?
Oh, great. I'm going to dig my grave here, all right, behind me, all right, and just
You
bury
always
me
take
here.
offense to that. I love it.
Of course I do. You kidding me? I've been around for 2 millenniums or however long. Does that mean I'm going first on plugs? Jeez.
Why not?
All right, why not? First off, since we're saying gift opening, I got something in the mail.
Oh, let's do it.
You want to single me out here from Mr. Angelo? Hey, it's me. It's Angelo Trinidad. There's the Angelo Trinidad family. Look at him.
There it is.
Look at that handsome man.
Oh,
All of his lovely wife Al and the 3 boys. Look at all those boys. Look at that.
Dude,
Where's
handsome man, Angelo. How much do you
Yeah.
pay her?
Yeah, look at that.
I definitely married up.
Brother, that's called out kicking your coverage.
For sure.
wow.
For sure.
And
For
I
sure.
just checked my mailbox when I got home and oh, what's this? It's Angelo's. I'm like, oh, it must be the family thing. I'm like, boom, there it is.
Nice.
And hey, Michael, I actually have something to plug besides myself. First off, plug myself, of course. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Lock and Loll. That's LOKNLOLL. But for the wrestling, I mean, this is like the hardcore wrestling fandom out there. I was on a wrestling podcast this week called Between the Sheets. You can find them on Twitter at BT Sheets Pod, or just look up Between the Sheets on like iTunes or whatever. They do a wrestling show they pick a week in wrestling history that matches up the current week, so this week in December. They picked December of 1995 this particular week because I was at a very famous lucha show, very famous. I was at a lucha show that had this insane lucha libre cage match that no one filmed, but I was there. So they wanted my firsthand perspective upon it. So
Nice.
I was on just talking the wrestling. It was a really good time, and I made sure to give a good plug to Beer Baseball at the end, and hopefully we get someone to get a good crossover audience for that.
Yeah. So, and
So that's all I
I listened to it. It's amazing. Check that out. It's BT Sheets Pod. That's on Twitter. But they also have right there, you can find the podcast. The thing that I was amazed at, Kevin, is that they actually go like over 6 hours talking about wrestling from like a certain, like 1995. They talked about.
I could believe it's like most weeks. This is a show I listen to in 2-speed when I go to listen to it, because what they do is they have the Observer and they have the Torch. Sorry, baseball fans, are going really nerdy wrestling talk here. They go through the Wrestling Observer and the other newsletters, and they get the notes, and they'll sometimes play audio clips. There you go. That's good. And, we just talk about what happened that week in wrestling. And I was a perfect guest because I was at a show that they really wanted to talk about, And there's other fun stuff that week, like for all old wrestling fans, the Super J Cup happened that week. It was the second one that had Chris Jericho was on that show. That was like the debut of Rey Mysterio Jr. in Japan, which is a really big thing there.
Nice.
But good times. It was a fun show.
It's super cool. And Kevin, by the way, I just want to mention that Kevin's baseball knowledge is like insane. His wrestling knowledge may rival it or even eclipse it.
1995 was my wheelhouse, though, to be fair. That was my wrestling peak. That was definitely my wrestling peak.
It's insane, like your knowledge of all this stuff, and then throw in like pop culture and movies.
And that's just all off the top of my head. I wish I had more time to do the research. If I were going to helped out more on the show.
Definitely.
But it was fun.
Angelo, anything you want to plug?
Yeah. So don't forget to tune in each and every Saturday for a premiere of Beer and Break. This past weekend, I opened 2021 Topps Chrome Black for the first time, which was super fun. And I'm very itchy to open up another box, so we'll see if that happens. And this upcoming week, I'll be opening up some 2021 Panini Chronicles Baseball and something special on our Christmas Day episode as well. So don't forget to tune into that. And we talked about next week's Christmas Spectacular. It wouldn't be a Christmas Spectacular if I didn't have an opportunity to plug my Christmas single available on iTunes.
Oh, right on. Yes.
My rendition of the Christmas song, Chestnuts Roasting on an Open Fire. So Kevin showed I have 3 kids, so help me feed my kids and support me by downloading my 99-cent single on iTunes.
99 cents, y'all. What are you doing?
Now, there's backing vocals by Adam Pierce? No?
Yes, on background vocals, the former world's heavyweight champion and current WWE producer and friend of the show, Scrap Iron Adam Pierce.
That's amazing. That's so awesome. We'll definitely be sharing that one. When did you do that? What year was that?
That was in 2014. I released that. Yeah.
Oh wow.
So, feels like yesterday.
I bet. I bet. That's awesome. Great plug. And we'll definitely plug that again next week for sure.
Yes, sir.
Cowboy Jack Durango, what do you got?
I just want to tell everybody thank you so much for being a part of this. And I know that December is a very happy time for a lot of people, but it can also be a very hard time. So if you're struggling, please reach out to me at Confirmed Outlaw on Twitter. Let's get through this together. You're not alone. Hey, man, I'm here. Put your hand out. I'm here.
Love it.
You're not alone. And if you're having a hard time, please reach out at Confirmed Outlaw on Twitter, at Confirmed Desperado on Instagram. We will get through this together. Hey, man, we're going to smile. Tomorrow's a smile. So please, you're not going through this alone.
Yeah, I love it. Great sentiment. And we're all, I mean, one of the things that I love is promoting mental health. We don't talk about it enough. And it's you see it every day, like things that you just go, oh wow, that's because people are just not taking care of their mental health. Right. So I'm definitely a big proponent of that. Thank you for saying that. That's awesome. Yeah, the holidays are tough for people with mental health and
yes, they are
issues. So
definitely, and it's nothing to be ashamed of.
100%.
No, 100%. Hey man, if this is a hard time, I will tell each and every one of you, this is a very hard time for me.
Yeah.
But we're going to get through it together. And the way we get through it is all of us together, man. We put our hands out, we grab our hands, and we get through it together. So,
yeah, we're all one big family. We came together. Hey,
yeah.
We go for it.
Tip of the hat.
Yeah.
I was giving Jack a tip of the hat.
There you go. Awesome. We're all friends here. We came together because of our love for professional wrestling. We're extending our friendship because of baseball and craft beer, but we're all friends here. So we definitely, please reach out. We'll definitely talk and chat and we'll do whatever we can to help you get through it. So thank you for that. That's awesome. What a great sentiment. So again, we'll be back for another Beer Baseball Blogcast next Tuesday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Thank you so much for joining us and sticking it out. I can't believe there's still people in the chat. I love it. But we will see you next week for another Beer Baseball Blogcast, more craft beer and curveballs. Good night, everyone. Take care.